That's where we're looking at the winds potentially as high as 115 miles per hour there. The latest path from the Hurricane Center came in at 11 o'clock this morning. The next one won't be until 5, but honestly, the path doesn't matter. We know what's going to happen. It is going to graze the coast, maybe moving just inland, and that would set up the center with the storm even after it makes landfall. But it also brings in the surge potential as we go into this evening once we start to see will bring in a lot of the surge potential for us overnight tonight into tomorrow morning. Again, we're expecting it to be here as we go for the rest of the day. We'll see rain, winds picking up, but those hurricane force conditions are expected to climb as we go into the late afternoon, especially tonight. Notice that northerly jog. We thought maybe, hey, it might turn more into Collier County and also Monroe County, but now it's taken that left turn and it's now moving parallel to the coast once again. Eye wall, unfortunately, looks to scrape a lot of the coastline here from Naples to Pinellas County, and that means we could see some significant damage. And again, that surge potential really picks up once the eye starts to get closer to us. So there's the current radar down to the south, slowly off towards the north and the west, but we are going to watch the movement of this picking up. It's going to start adding a couple of miles per hour as the day wears on. So this is one of the dangers associated with winds over 60, over 70 miles per hour. And this is also a result, power outages, a result of this when we start to see those power flashes and the power lines coming down. All right, so a little bit closer back here to home. Very heavy rainfall now setting up north of Tampa through Hernando and Pasco counties. We could see some localized flooding out of this band from Zephyr Hills all the way back towards the coast. And we know how bad Pasco County flooding can be with not a lot of rainfall. This is a lot of rain. So we'll likely see, if not within the next few hours, definitely by tonight, flash flood warnings possibly coming out for those of you in these areas. Also, Polk County, you've got some more bands of heavy rainfall coming in off the east coast. And this band looks to be kind of stationary right now. I mean, we're seeing movement from the east to the west, but we're not seeing a north-south movement. So that's called training to continue to give us the risk for some flash flooding, some localized flooding certainly happening right now in these areas with the heavy rainfall. I wanted to show you this too. Here's a look at some of the wind gusts that we're seeing out there. These are the current gusts. We're seeing now nearly 50 in both areas of St. Petersburg and Apollo Beach, 53 in Wauchula, and we had a gust of 41 in Tampa, the latest now at 20. You can see our live drive shot here. Where's this at? Is this going over the 270 bridge? Looks like it's 275. They haven't closed the Howard Franklin yet. So this is live drive showing you what it's like out there right now here in Tampa Bay. And again, we're just starting to see those tropical storm force winds moving into the Bay Area. So yeah, this is the Howard Franklin. Looks like conditions are quiet for the moment. But again, these 40, 50 mile an hour gusts to the south are creeping to the north. And again, Naples and Fort Myers have gusted to hurricane force. And Naples, I should say, now under that extreme wind warning with the eye wall beginning to move on shore there. So putting this in motion, this is future rain and also future gusts. Notice the 70 and 80 mile per hour gusts down to our south as we go to 4 p.m. But this includes us here in Sarasota and also in Bradenton by this point. Those continue to move north through the rest of the evening, so we're all looking at those winds easily getting to the 90 to 100 mile per hour. Notice as the eye wall starts to move closer to us, triple as the 70 and 90 mile per hour gusts. We can't ignore them. I think for the bulk of our area, including areas north, south, and east of Tampa Bay, we're looking at that 75 to 95 mile per hour range. Again, category 1 to category 2 gusts, more like category 2 with occasionally category 3 gusts. So that's why we're not expecting this significant damage like we've been seeing down to areas of the south and east in previous locations where Irma's path has gone. This is 10:30. We're into the mid-80s for those wind gusts. Still looking at some 90-plus mile per hour gusts possible as we go to 10:30 tonight. So there's your window of when are we going to see the worst. Hasn't been too bad here in the area yet. And